we go, guys. And up at the top left part of the map is the new representative for Team Empire. It is Mista. And look at that, HwangSin.
So manner.
Such a manner guy. He is like really, really a nice person, actually.
Yep.
He's a nice dude. And down at the bottom of the map, there is him. There he is. There is he
there
indeed.
Is he.
Well, so much for grammar. Who needs grammar anyway, right? It is GoSu.HwangSin as our red Protoss player, representing its GoSu. So, Frank, being a Protoss player yourself on Cloud Kingdom, like what do you watch out for? Like, what are the things that you're kind of aware of when you're on that?
This is not really a map that you want to, you know, some maps now, some Protoss try to do quick expands. This is not a map where you want to try to quick expand.
Yeah.
It's not very easy to hold PvP. Phoenixes happen sometimes on this map just because the ramp is fairly easy. Your ramp is fairly easy to hold. Mm-hmm. Like any Protoss map, 4-gate is a possibility, though that's really kind of fallen out of fashion nowadays, except on Tal'Darim. But in general, this just ends up as a standard like 3-gate blink or 3-gate blink robo, sometimes 3-gate Stargate. It's not really a whole lot of cheese that works particularly well on this map, quite honestly. Stargate, there's not a whole lot of places to hide it. I mean, you know, it is just the one path along the third, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And the watchtowers reveal enough of the map that you don't have to worry about it too much. But, you know, HwangSin, obviously great macro player, but he's known to whip out the cheese every now and again.
It's true.
I don't think we'll see it here, though.
No, no cheese this time around. It looks like he's just got a gas at the normal time and a gateway, so we're going to see a pretty normal opening from him. Same thing goes for Mista right now as well. And I have to admit, I don't know if I've ever seen Mista play.
I am not familiar with him at all. I'm going to have to do research after this to find out more about Mista.
Well, we'll have to see if he can beat HwangSin. Although, PvP is definitely a volatile matchup. What's that? What's going on?
Probe harass.
It's a fight. That probe of HwangSin. It's a stone cold killer.
Yep.
And
2 gas.
Yeah, 2 gas right away. HwangSin tried to block it for a second, but didn't quite work out.
Oh, so
HwangSin
he goes 2 gas.
His second gas. Yep.
So is it going to be Blink fast, Colossus fast? We'll see. I'm always curious about that.
It seems like I've noticed on this map that, not a lot of players will fast expand, but it's a map where you end up on 3 bases a lot in PvP anyway, just because it's so difficult to break this little choke and, you know, to get up this ramp and necessarily break this as well. So, yeah, it's a map you can't really fast expand on, but it seems like a map where you see a lot of expansions anyway. Yeah,
you do usually see the expand around more like 60 food expands than 40 food expands like you see on other maps. Like Shakuras is a map where a lot of Protoss expand a lot now. Which you wouldn't have seen 4 or 5 months ago.
So, we're kind of waiting right now to see what tech each of them picks. We do have a sentry on the way for Mista, and a stalker behind that. So, I would say that's a good indication that we're going to see a Twilight Council or Robo come out fairly
I was
soon.
waiting for the Twilight.
Yeah, fairly early, too. No more gateways.
Oh, he gets the second scout.
Oh, and he sees the gateways.
Sees 2 gates.
Yep.
So, now the question is, HwangSin's like, okay, he's going 3-gate. What am I doing? Oh, HwangSin goes Robo. Okay.
Interesting. All right. Yep, there's a Robo. So here's a question. I find it a bit odd that he went 3-gate and yet has a sentry.
Yeah, I'm a little confused about that either. Yeah. Usually if you go sentry, you're teching.
Exactly.
And usually that's a telegraphing it. Like, HwangSin was probably confused because he saw sentry and then he saw gates and he's like, what? And I think HwangSin was actually just waiting. He probably said, okay, if he has a Twilight. Okay, that makes more sense. Yep. Okay, but HwangSin was probably saying, okay, if he has a Stargate, I'm going to go gateways, and if he has gateways, I'm going to go Robo. That's probably what he was thinking when he was scouting up there.
But now we know it was for a pretty quick expand, a 3-gate expand coming out of Mista. Just wanted to get that sentry out. I would presume to block scouting, but he just didn't do it. So essentially that sentry ended up being a bit wasted, but will be useful later on, I guess. In a way, it kind of helped him because now HwangSin has no idea that Mista's expanding. It's true, I suppose. He doesn't know. And I don't think, and HwangSin, you know, like I said, he was going to go Robo if he didn't see Stargate, so now HwangSin's going 1-base Colossus, and he's going to have to hit his timing perfectly in order to kill Mista, since Mista's going to have, he's not going to go up to like 46 probes. He'll go up to about 30, 34 probes, and just try to out-econ HwangSin and survive the push. Right, because you don't need to have, a ton more workers for it. You just need to have barely enough, like you said, to out-econ them.
And it's actually a very similar situation to ZVP, whereas if you over-drone, you'll get killed by the timing pushes, but if you just drone just enough so you can have a bigger army at that timing, that's how you have to do it. It's very similar in PvP now when you're dealing with one base Colossus.
Yeah, and there's the first Colossus on the way for HwangSin. And
he might not even get range. He might just say, "Okay, I'm just going to go 2 Colossus and go."
I think that would be the best way to do it.
Yeah, that's
when
fairly
you don't
normal
know.
now.
Yeah. Blink will be done, though, by the time that push gets there, if he does do that push.
And, you know, Blink against no-range Colossus are pretty good, especially because what I expect is that Mista will go up to 5 gates, and he'll just try to snipe down the Colossus real quick with the Stalkers. Oh, wow, he's actually just going to poke right now.
Yep, and HwangSin does see it, though.
Yeah.
He knows the Stalkers are out there.
So Mista's going to wait for Blink and then see if he can just try to pick stuff off, which is actually really smart when he knows he has to delay a push. He wants to act like he's being aggressive. Careful.
HwangSin will push him back.
Oh.
Force field didn't quite work. He did try to catch one Stalker, and
was it 1
HP?
3 HP?
3 HP, yeah. And HwangSin now is really the time to push, but he has to worry about getting Blunk into.
Yeah, and he doesn't actually know Mista has Blink, but I'm guessing he suspects it. Usually when you're doing with the Stalkers,
he
Blink.
doesn't have it yet. Oh, yeah.
But he has it now. Usually this always means aggression, you know, Blink, when you're being this aggressive with Stalkers.
Right. The number of Stalkers alone, you should tell me. There's a Blink,
oh,
so he knows.
That's a mistake.
Whoops. Does lose a Stalker there, and the probe.
Oh, that gives away the pylon placement, but HwangSin can't go chase it right now.
Yep, he needs to come back and defend his base.
So,
and this is going to really slow him down. This is going to really help that Nexus be better. You can see he's making probes now.
Oh, HwangSin did scout it, I think. Is that HwangSin's observer above Mista's Nexus?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So he sees it. He knows he has to go. Mista's doing a good job of stalling him out, though. Oh, wow, he might just base trade right here.
I think he might. It wouldn't be necessarily a terrible idea, I guess.
Probes. Yep, full-on base trade.
Uh-oh, yeah, we are. And
Mista has an observer, so that's not going to do anything. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think HwangSin's in trouble here. He has to attack right now with this army.
Oh, wow, yeah, he's preparing for the base trade.
Yep.
Just go probes.
Get the probes away. He doesn't look like he's going to get any away.
Oh, it's going to be close. He might get one.
Oh.
Nope. Okay, so it is really hard to base trade against Blink Stalkers.
Goes after the Nexus immediately, too.
Very smart.
Yeah,
and now the probes. Oh, HwangSin, got to get one away. He's in a lot of trouble if he doesn't.
His opponent didn't get any way from his natural. Doesn't look like HwangSin's going to get any way from his base at all. Just two probes left for HwangSin.
Straight up base trade.
Yep, the Nexus has been taken down.
Oh, very nice.
All right.
So he had enough probes there. Okay, so HwangSin was smart. He brought a probe for proxy pylon, supposedly, and he's like, okay, the base trade, I'll just build a Nexus.
There we go.
But
and so this may actually end up working yet.
Is that a probe in the top left that Mista has?
No, it's a warp prism.
It's a warp prism full of probes. Wow.
Oh, he does have enough for a Nexus,
Very smart.
Wow.
And HwangSin obviously does not know about that, or he would have killed it. And there's the Nexus.
Yep. Oh, he's actually just expanding up here.
Wow.
And not a bad idea. It's so funny.
So HwangSin's going to kill all the buildings and then be like, what gives?
Yep.
Because he didn't see any probes get out, and he obviously didn't see the warp prism, or he would have chased that off. Because there's no point in killing off the base unless you think you're base ready. You killed all the pylons already.
Right. One Zealot left to clean everything else up, it looks like.
And he's just going to try to race and kill the Nexus with his Blink Stalkers, which is the thing he should do.
Yep. So if he does that, there's just no way HwangSin's getting back in time to defend this.
All right, so there's actually no way that Mista's going to go and kill that. So this is going to be a waiting game, and it's going to be who makes the mistake first. Because HwangSin thinks he's in good shape. He's like, all right, I have a Nexus and a probe, and I'm about to be unsupply blocked. And Mista's like, I have a Nexus and 9 probes. Or 8 probes, I believe. And he can just keep HwangSin there because he has Blink. And there's not much HwangSin can do about it. If he leaves, his Nexus is going to die.
Pretty much. But he leaves. Well, he has to be careful with it.
Yeah, he's got to go back.
Does he have an observer out right now? Yeah, he does.
They each have one observer, and that's going to be key, because whoever kills the other's observer is going to gain a lot of control in this game.
Yeah, for sure. That observer staying with that army, and HwangSin has his observer with his army as well, so he could snipe it off in theory.
Very smart, killing the rocks against Colossus.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Also really smart. He sent the Stalker up to see if the army's there. very smart. And Mista's Nexus is also done. Mista's in pretty good shape right now.
Yep. And
gotta be
quiet
careful.
Oh,
watch the Colossus.
The Observer and the Colossus. All right, so Mista has a larger army right now. He's got a Nexus. He's got more probes. All in all, this is looking pretty good for our Empire Protoss player, but HwangSin not out of it completely just yet.
Oh, Mista's going to get super supply block, though. Oh, careful.
Yep.
Oh, is he the Observer?
He does
nice.
get it.
Very nice. So
yeah.
Now Mista can't blink on the high ground, which is huge. And HwangSin can still see high ground because of the Colossus, even if he lost his Observer, but now he's Observer too.
Yep.
I don't know if Mista realizes how big that is. He can blink into so many fewer places now.
Yeah. Now, how does Mista have an Observer building? Did he? Okay, there's. That was a probe. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
he could use the Warp Prism to see high ground.
That's true. That is true.
But Observer obviously is much better for that.
Yeah, a little bit. HwangSin doing all this with just one probe too. He's not actually making any more.
Yeah, he can't. He's been supply blocked, and I know he does not want to kill off his army.
No, probably not. He needs every single one. 48 to 34 supply right now. A very tense situation.
So Mista's just going to try to pick off any stray units and then blink out. So HwangSin has to be really careful with his positioning. Oh, he finally realized, all right, why is Mista still in this game?
Yeah.
And he's going to see it, and he's going to realize how much trouble he's in, because he's going to see how many probes are there.
The number of probes is what's really
and the cybernetic score.
Yeah.
So HwangSin's going to have to sit for quite some time.
And Mista, is he going to blink in and try to get the Colossus? It
looks
like he is.
Oh, he got it.
That's huge. That is really big right now.
Yeah. Now, HwangSin, he's getting impatient, and he really can't, because Mista can just kill him. Like, that many Stalkers, he could just blink and kill that Immortal.
The Immortal getting very low as well, trying to micro it back. I think HwangSin's just kind of admitting defeat at this point. He knows. Yeah. He knows he's not really in a position to come back into this game.
Immortal.
There goes the Immortal going down, and I think we're going to see GG.
Yep, there it is.
GG, well played. And HwangSin, wow.
Knocked off.
Knocked out by Mista.